Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Brian Dalmaso and I am a partner with the VIV business, the VIV online business here, and welcome to the VIV business presentation. We're going to be going through a quick overview of the VIV business model and then opening up for questions and answers, and then also doing a fast start training. So I'll get right into it. Our company here is called VIV, which is Latin for live. So when you look at the tagline, it literally says live life better. And the reason why it's been branded like that is because all of these services that we offer in some way, shape, or form are designed to improve people's lives. We're not selling anything that people don't need. Matter of fact, what you're going to find out when you watch this is that you would have to pry out of people's hands the services that we're impacting, and you'll see what that means in a minute. So let me explain a little bit about what we do. VIV is a portal. It's a online platform, very similar to Uber or Airbnb. Uber is the largest car company in the world, yet they don't own any cars. They just use technology to change the way and revolutionize the way that we travel. Right? I mean, over $50 billion. I think the company's at, and it's the same thing with Airbnb. They book more room nights a month than Priceline and Expedia and all the other ones combined. So they're using technology. So VIV is very similar. It's a technology platform that's revolutionizing the way that we're able to help people in a lot of different categories. Now, when you think about Uber, there's only about 1 out of every 2 people has taken an Uber, right? And since 2009, they're over a $50 billion company. I want you to think about this for a minute as we get into speaking about VIV. In Airbnb, very similar, but only about 1 out of 4 people have used an Airbnb nationwide. Now, when we're talking about VIV, I want you to just think about this next statement I'm going to make. How many people do you know that have a cell phone? How many people do you know that have internet, that have electricity, cable, TV? What we're doing, everyone has. I don't have to convince somebody to use their phone. I don't have to convince them to use the internet. Matter of fact, like I was saying, if you tried to take their internet away, they would probably beat you and try to kill you. So what we're doing here is very, very impactful, because we're not having to change the way people change buying patterns or convince them to buy something they're not already using. All we're doing is simply taking the service they're already using and lowering them. And the fact of the matter is there's over $60 billion a year being overcharged to people like you and me for things like cell phone and cable and internet and TV and electricity. These things have been going up and up and up since 2010, and a lot of people just aren't paying attention. So we have a service where people can upload their bills and we lower them. This is the simplicity of what we're doing. We have a platform where you can upload your existing bills, and the VIV company goes to work lowering your bills, negotiating and lowering the bills, and nothing changes for the end user. So we're not changing services. You're not getting billed differently. We take your existing Verizon, your existing Xfinity, whatever it is you're doing, and we simply negotiate, because we're in all 50 states, and we lower your bills. So a very simple platform. And this is what it looks like. You can use this supercomputer called a phone, and you can enter your own bills. So as a customer, you can go on to whoever brought you to this website or to this webinar, and you can upload your bills. You can click on energy, cable, internet, whatever you have. You click on the bills on the portal. You take pictures, again, with your supercomputer here, and you simply upload them. You browse and drag and drop. That's it, right? So we're just taking pictures and uploading bills. And then the next thing you're going to get from VIV is an email that looks like this. This one happens to be from my dad. You can see here is his Xfinity bill. It says, "Congratulations, Raymond, you got savings. We just finished negotiating your bill, and we're saving you over $1,254 in the next 24 months. So think about that, right? This is very significant. This is not saving $10. This could be life-changing for people that are on fixed incomes. And it gives them a very clear breakdown. What we did is we have a monthly reduction of $51, starts immediately, and it's got a loyalty offer, and it kind of just shows the breakdown here. And you also get an immediate one-time credit of $25 for probably a loyalty credit or something. And yeah, it's right here, loyalty credit, right? And then you can also see here that you actually get an upgrade. So we don't just negotiate your cell phone or your cable, things of that nature. We also upgrade the services, which is very impactful. Now you can see here down below how it breaks down, right? Thanks for letting us go to work for you. Our fee for negotiating is 50% of the savings. So I want to be very clear. It doesn't cost anybody anything to upload their bills. the way that we get paid is whatever we negotiate, we get half and you get half. So this is all dead money anyway. What that means is people are not going out there understanding how to negotiate their bills. They're not going to spend 20 hours a week trying to do this. This is all dead money. So when we go to work for somebody, there's no resistance points because it doesn't cost them to use our service unless we save them money. And then whatever we save, we get half. So very, very smart business model, very simple business model. And here's another one from another customer of mine. It was almost a little over $1,800. And you can see here as well that she also got an internet upgrade, 8 times internet upgrade from 150 meg to 1,000 meg. So really good services. Those are a couple of actual client emails that we have. And then also on the portal, we have many things on the portal. Like I said, VIV is a marketing portal. It's a digital portal. We have a travel membership, which is very much like Priceline or Expedia, except it's wholesale. So what you're seeing here is my actual getaway wholesale portal. And I'm in love with this because I travel a lot. I travel all the time. And here you can see that I went to the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas last year. And I saved a little over $450, I believe. You can see it was about $1,160. And I went to the next closest thing that I can find, which was Priceline. Everybody knows Priceline. This was the next closest one I could find. And you can see here that they were over $1,500, so close to $400 in savings just from this one trip. And I travel about 12 times a year. So if you know people that travel, this is something else that's on the platform. So on the platform, we have a lot of things. We have the managed services like the travel portal I just showed you. We have the bill negotiation services, and we also have something in the corporate world called audited services. And this is where we can go into a corporation of any size and for free, right? We can go in for free and audit their things like water bills, their sewer bills, their electric bills, their trash removal bills, internet, cable, all the same things on a corporate level. For those of you that either work in a corporation or you have corporate ties, what makes us different than a lot of other of these models is we can play in the corporate space. So everything from an 18-year-old going out getting cell phone bills and internet bills, all the way up to a seasoned sales professional going across the country selling to large corporations. We have stuff on this platform for everybody. Here's another thing on the platform. This is through our energy efficiency products through the Madison Energy Group. Again, for those of you that have corporate ties and corporate contacts, we can go into any business and we can lower their heating and cooling costs and also their walk-in coolers and freezers for like a restaurant or a chain of Dunkin' Donuts or things of that nature. And we can retrofit these little units on and save 10 to 30% of their energy costs. These are very, very significant, and they're so significant, I can show you an example here. A fellow consultant went into a convenience store and offered what we have. And again, we have little videos, we have little marketing. All we're doing is lead generation. It's not up to anybody to close corporate sales. It's just a matter of saying, hey, if I could show you a way to save 10 to 30% on your operating costs, would you check out this 2-minute video? If they have interest, you pass it to the company, you pass it to VIV, and they do the rest. So here's an example of where one of these escalated into 117 locations on a convenience store, and the client is saving over $500,000 a year, so obviously they're very happy, and the consultant got a $60,000 commission. So we have everything from small commissions all the way up to 5 and 6 and 7-figure commissions in this company. And again, there's no company that's too big. We can go into a chain of restaurants, we can go into General Electric, you can go into a general hospital. Wherever you know people, we have services and products that we offer. All right, so what we do is we empower entrepreneurs, right, to thrive by making others' lives better. Almost everything we have, people don't have to pay for. I want to say that again. Almost every single service we have is free. Think about that for a minute. We're selling free money, right? I don't want to sound like a corny salesman, but that's what we're doing. We're just selling the opportunity for us to negotiate on your behalf. And when we go to work for you, whatever we save, we get half of it. The VIV platform is a $199 startup, and it's a digital marketing tool. It's on your phone. It's on your laptop. Every single thing you need to run this business is on the website. You have your own personal branded website. All the videos are there. All the applications are there. We even have something called Rapid Funnel, which is an application that helps you build a business that I'll talk more about in a little bit here. So everything you need, all the tools are here. This is where you enroll customers. This is where you peak interest for commercial. This is where all your customers are. So you don't have to worry about anything other than getting customers and teaching people to do the same thing. Well, let me get into how we make money with the VIV portal here. I'm going to go through this really quick. Again, we teach this at a 6th grade level. If you know anybody with a cell phone, just ask them if they want to save money. If they say no, you're probably talking to a stump or the wrong person. So we enroll customers and we help others do the same thing. Simple, simple. We don't want to overcomplicate this. I teach this to 18-year-old kids, right? And there's 5 ways to earn with VIV. And again, this is just an overview. If you have interest, if you see interest, get with the person who brought you, or we can get on a 3-way Zoom and we can take a deeper dive into this. But basically, there's 5 ways to earn. Everything from a $75 commission for a pro membership, which I had 5 of those last week, all the way up to 5 and 6 and even 7-figure commissions in the commercial world. We have a lot of different ways to earn money at the point of sale. The second way we earn money is monthly passive residual income. This is where you sell something once, like a phone bill or an energy bill, and you get paid passive residual income every single month, month after month after month. Now, it's not just happening at one level. We have the ability to build this business out, show other people, and leverage, right? If we show somebody, that's our level 1. We can get paid up to 50% on that entire business. If they show somebody else, we can get paid up to 11% on that, what we call the second level. And you can see here it goes down level 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So think about this. If you showed your neighbor, Joe the plumber, and he had a buddy in Texas, and he showed him, and then that person showed somebody in California, and then that person had a college buddy from Maine, and then that person showed it to somebody in Tennessee, you would literally have business 6 levels deep all over the country. And I've been in this business a little over a year and a half, and I think we have people in 22 states in the United States. So all 50 states are open. Very, very amazing business model we have, a lot of leverage. So that's the second way we get paid. The third way we get paid is, I guess, much like a job. Even though it's not a job, there's no employee relationship here. You have your own business. We do get weekly paychecks. You know, once you're into some of these ranks, you start to rank up in the pay center partner, $100 a week. You can see here, you get at the executive levels, $1,000 a week, $2,000, all the way up to $5,000 a week. And again, this is just one of the ways we get paid. It's not even a primary way. It's just an additional way. So instead of getting rank advanced bonuses one time, what they've done instead is they've spread it out and said, no, you're going to get a weekly paycheck for life as long as you're at this rank. So this is another very powerful thing that we have. The fourth way we get paid, guys, is generational pay. And generational pay is identical to level pay, except it starts paying from level 7 on. And this is for the people that are building bigger businesses from the mid-levels here, pay setter and partner and above. We start to pay generations deep, which could be dozens or even hundreds of levels deep as you're building your business bigger and bigger across the country. So what I like to say about this model, guys, is we have something for everybody. You can open up a business and just market the products, make a few bucks, make a couple $100 a month. Maybe you're into sales, you could sell on the commercial end. You don't even have to build a team. Or you could leverage and scale and build a team, get up to $500, $1,000 a month, $2,000. And then we have people that want to make $5,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. The beautiful part about this package or this plan with VIV is we have something for everybody, everything from a little to a lot. And we teach people at all levels. So there's no right and wrong here. It's really just what do you want out of it. And then the fifth way we get paid, guys, is corporate profit sharing, very much like corporate America. When you get to become a partner, which I am a partner in this company, you get 2% corporate profit sharing, right? So they take the profits every quarter. Whoever's a partner at that time, they divvy it out and they split up 2% of that over the partners. So that's a nice little quarterly bonus that we get. And there's another 2% at the executive level. So that's just an overview of the compensation plan. There's many, many more ways. There's VIV rewards. We have trips. We have just a whole host of things that are not on here. But this is an overview and a snapshot to give you an idea of what's going on. All right, so guys, here's the different ways you can choose to participate. I mean, you can obviously become a customer. If the business model doesn't resonate, I always tell people don't do it. If you see this presentation and you're not feeling like, yeah, that makes sense, then definitely you don't want to do it. This is only for people that understand and it resonates, because we only want to work with people that are hungry and want to build something up for themselves on the side. If you're sort of curious and you see the business model, but you're not quite sure and you want to get more information, well, you can become an affiliate for free. Now, what this means is you can enter your own bills as your own customer. So you would get paid on yourself as an affiliate. You can get the customer experience, see if you like it. And if you do, then you can then make the decision to maybe upgrade to a consultant or a pro member. And you can see here on the left-hand side the benefits, right? As an affiliate, you get paid on customers. The middle level here is a VIV consultant. If you want to upgrade to that, I think that's a $90 option. You start to be able to build a team, right? This is where you get overrides on your team. You get fast track bonuses, and you get to earn in the second level, or the second way we get paid, which is the level pay. As a pro consultant, which everybody on my team is a pro consultant, to me it's the only way to go. We get paid on everything. We get the third, fourth, and fifth ways, right? We get paid weekly pay, we get paid generational pay, and we get the profit sharing. We also get about a dozen other features here that are too long to go into. The biggest thing that I like is the VIV rewards. The VIV rewards are actual rewards. Like, I've already been to Florida. I'm going to Honduras for free, a week's trip. Just by being in the business, just by working the business, these are legitimate, real rewards that we can use for trips and things of that nature. And then I think the other powerful thing here, guys, is the app that we get. There's a prospecting tool called Outreach, which is really, really cool. We're not going to get too deep into that here. Just know that we have an app that you have on your phone where you can literally just open your phone and send people escalation tools, little 2-minute videos about the products or the services, the business, and we can actually see when those people open up that video, and it'll alert you. It says, oh, Barbara just watched the video. So then you can call Barbara after and say, geez, did you get a chance to watch that video I sent over? So we have some pretty high-tech tools that help you build this business. And if you look down here below, you can see the different options. As an affiliate, it's free. As a consultant, it's $99 annually or $20 a month. And as a pro consultant, which I am, it's $189 to start, and then $70 a month because you're getting a lot of other features. So those are different ways we can start here, guys. And I would say at this point, it either resonates or it doesn't. If you want to become a customer, that's fine. Get with the person who brought you. They can walk you through that, or you can become an affiliate and become your own customer. Or the other thing is obviously to become a consultant, become your own customer, and we can teach you how this all works. So what I want to do now, guys, I want to open up for questions. Let me just turn off. Well, here's the simple things we do. Let me give you the business plan. I forgot to do that. We're going to go into a training after this, but I want to give you the very elaborate, complex business model that we have. Step 1, become a pro member. Step 2, upload your bills. Step 3, earn the fast track, which is getting 2 customers, not 100 or not 50 customers. Get 2 customers, help people do the same thing. If you think you can do these 4 things, then you can build a massive business in this model. It was designed to be simple. It's not designed to be complicated. So if you're in traditional sales, you're probably going to throw all that out the window. This is a 4-step process, and we just repeat. So let me stop the share here, guys, and we'll open up for chat. Let me just pop that open and see if we have any questions. Let me get you guys so you can unmute here. There we go. All right, so you now have the ability to unmute yourselves and ask questions. Does anybody here have a question on anything they saw about either being a customer or being a business partner?
Brian.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing, brother?
Hi, good, thank you. Talk about electricity and gas. Do you know the status on Indiana at this point?
Sure, we do not have gas or residential electricity in Indiana, but we do have commercial energy. What that means is we can go into corporations and negotiate the transmission side of their electrical bills.
Okay, so I walk into a corporation, I say, hey, Do you want to save 10 to 30% on your energy bills? If you do, would you watch a 2-minute video? At that point, they watch a 2-minute video, they express interest, and then it's a corporate.
Yep. In your case, you'd get me on the phone. But the way I would reach out to a corporation, if you guys have one, because I like to think all 50 states. I don't like to.
Of course.
Right. So the way I lead into companies, say, listen, if I could show you how to lower all of your overhead, including electric and sewer and water and cable and internet and TV and trash, would you watch a 2-minute video? So we have so many things we can do for a corporation. Personally, I wouldn't lead with electricity. I would lead with some of the bigger things, because that way you don't have to worry about what if they had a bad experience with electricity and you just offer the one thing.
So you would literally rattle off the 8 or 9 services. Yeah. You just boom, 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 got it.
Yeah, okay. It's a free service. I don't know much about it, but I can connect you with the people who do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, good question. Thanks. Anybody else have any questions or comments or anything they want to add before we jump into the training part?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Dodani, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother? How are you?
Doing amazing.
Awesome. Hey, I have a quick question for you. So, when you're filling up all the information, all the name, and all the address with the person leave, when you get to the part that says your company name, it's referring to whatever your company you work, that's the company.
Yeah, that's more. What you're looking at there is if a person owns like a mom and pop electrical company or something. You don't even have to fill that out unless they want to. There are some people, if they have, like, let's just take somebody's a carpenter and got a framing business. They might want to start this company under their company name. Like I have my company under BMK Associates, and I use my EIN number. Now, you don't have to do that. Most people don't do that. That's just what I did because I already had a company. That's where we would fill that in.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Good thing, bud. Any other questions before we move on to the training, guys?
Brian, can you hear me?
I can, Mike. What's up, bud?
Good. How are you? So, no, I have, I've just been thinking a lot lately about trying to think a lot bigger than I had been. And I have connections in Major League Baseball and the NHL.
Sure.
Or people. And would that be something that you would recommend getting like Will on the phone ahead of time about the strategy to approach them if you're talking about an arena or an entire facility?
No, I would still pique interest the same way. Say, listen, we can come into this arena and lower all the operating costs across the board. You guys use a ton of energy. You're making ice and you got Zambonis. Yeah. If I could show you how to lower the operating costs, would you get on a 5-minute call with, and then just get me involved? I'll help out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Brian, one last question. Did you say there's a look back potential with some of these energies that you can look back several years? Did I hear you say that?
Absolutely. When we go into corporations, we can look at their water, sewer, electric, all their utilities, trash removal. We can look at a lot of things. We can lower the cost going forward, but we can also look backwards on utilities because 80% of all companies across the country.
So would that be a clawback, like taxes?
That's exactly what it is.
And then whatever's retrieved is 50-50 again?
Correctamundo.
Dead money. Got it. Okay, thank you.
Sure thing, bud. Awesome, everybody. Well, let's get into the really high-tech, Harvard-level, complicated training that I'm going to do here. It's going to take about a second and a half. Number 1, become a pro member. Number 2, enter your own bills. Number 3, show 2 people how to become customers. Number 4, repeat.
Can you repeat that? Kidding.
I can. We're gonna get into some more stuff. I'm half teasing, but I'm actually not. Don't overcomplicate this business model, guys. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has cable, right? Everybody has these things that we're doing here, and they're all paying these bills, and they're all getting overcharged. You just want to get good at pressing play on a video. Right? Hey, do you have a cell phone? Check out this 2-minute video. That could be the whole deal. Come to your buddy, come right up next to him. Say, hey, man, you have a cell phone? Well, duh, I'm on it, right? Check out this 2-minute video. How many times have you done that for like a stupid cat video or something on YouTube? Dude, you got to check this video out. Just do that. There's your business model. Don't overcomplicate it. Super simple. we all have family members. Family members we can beat on them, and we can lean on them for sure because we know we're helping them. If it's your brother, say, you got to do this, man. I'm going to disown you if it's a brother if you don't do it. I'm just kidding, guys. But family members, they might be resistant, but you definitely want to lean on the relationship and show them your bill. Say, listen, I did it. I was a customer first. This is what I got. There's no downside. Oops, Siri's freaking out. Oh, what she's doing. Crazy. Let's get into the seriousness of it. Number one, we have rapid funnel. It's called outreach, right? You guys all have outreach, and for some of you new guys, number one, let me welcome the new guys. We got Dean Lewis, my man Dean. What's up? We got Jaleesa. What's happening? John Plan, how you doing? We got my main man Warner, who's new but old. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Bringing some pepper to the table. And who else we got here? Anybody else new that I missed? Oh, Gloria. What's up, Gloria? I see you down in the corner. You're on the second page. How are you? Good to have you.
Hello. Good evening.
And we got my homegirl, Azita. How you doing out there in California? Good to see
I'm
you.
good, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So we got a whole bunch of new people here, guys. I want to make everybody feel warm and welcome. So we all have something called outreach, and this is an application. If you're brand new, you would have gotten an email that kind of guides you on how to set it up. You also have in the back office, there's training videos. If you go under, I believe, the resources page, there's something called the Learning Center. And in the Learning Center, it guides you through all this stuff. The reason why we don't do trainings on stuff like that here is because it's all in the back office. And we want you guys to use your back office. Like, we're not building a team of people that are doing all kinds of clerical stuff for each other. I'm not here to make copies for you. I'm not here to, train you on stuff that's already trained in the back office. What I am here to do is show up at your house if you put 20 people in a room. Like that's when you call me. If you need help closing a commercial deal, if you got somebody that you've shown the video, you're following the process, and you need help talking to them, I'm your guy. Lisa, Matt, Kenny, everybody here, we're your guys. But don't, try not to get into the habit of reaching out saying, how does the bill negotiation work? Like we have videos and trainings in the back office for literally everything. So, and when you guys are building bigger teams, it's the same thing. You want to point people to the back office and get them familiar with that. So for me, guys, Tuesday nights is a must. If you're building this business, now I'm talking to people that want to get to, 4, 5, and 6 figures a month. If you're building this business, I would utilize this training, right? Just get people to the training. We have, Lisa's done a brilliant job at coming up with a 12-part revolving training. Everything from social media marketing to the ATM method. We have a mindset section. We do fast starts. Lisa, you can chime in because I only named off like 5, but we got a whole bunch of revolving trainings that we do here. So you guys don't have to do this stuff. So for me, Tuesday nights is a must. It's on my calendar. I don't care if I have a multi-million-dollar construction contract. It's not happening at Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. All right. So VIV, you can work this business 5 hours a week. You can do a half hour here, half hour there, and an hour on Saturdays. But you have to have some times when this is the 100% priority. If people get confused, it's like, I don't do anything unless I can put 100% into it. Well, you can put 100% into 15 minutes, right? You can just focus and reach out to 10 people in 15 minutes. That's putting 100% into 15 minutes. So don't confuse time with efficiency. I can show you guys a 5-hour-a-week business model, and we're going to talk about that. Daily method of operation, a daily and a weekly method of operation. You guys want to set goals on how many people you're going to expose the business model to a week. You can't really control how many people sign up, but you can control how many times you ask somebody, are you open to taking a look at my business? I see that you're in real estate. I have something that might resonate. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but are you open to taking a look at something? I think it might bring some value to you and your family. How many times can you ask that question? That's the goal you want. And the same thing with a customer, right? We want to have weekly customer goals and weekly, how many times can I show the business? Does that make sense, guys? So make sure you have a business plan, just like anything else. My personal goal is to show this 3 to 5 times a week. That's not a lot. It's not a lot at all, but I've done that consistently for 52 weeks straight, right? I'm just very consistent. If you guys can do the same thing, we can help you with that. So have a daily and a weekly method of operation. What I mean by that, have a half hour a day where you work this business, and on a weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday, grab an hour or two, and then here, I always say once a month, take 4 hours on a Saturday and work this. People think nothing about driving Uber part-time for 12 hours a week, making pennies, but then they get into a business like this and they don't have any kind of a plan, right? So let's have a plan, and then we can help you with that. And when we open up for Q&A at the end, we'll help you guys with that. My personal recommendation is you should be doing something for your mind. If you're new to business, you got to understand the mentality of running multiple revenue streams. You have a full-time job, there's a mindset piece of this. For me, I mean, I love this book, Think and Grow Rich. This is a good start. Study this book every single day until you die. We also have something called the Matrix Mindset Academy, if you're interested, that's specifically geared towards mindset training. But make sure you're starting to study things for the mind. 15 minutes a day. You can listen to Jim Rohn. You can listen to stuff in your car instead of music. And again, this is just my personal opinion, but I've been around the industry, and doing something for your mind is very, very healthy anyway. And then something inside of network marketing. I always recommend Eric Worre's GoPro, networkmarketingpro.com. I can type that in the chat here. Eric Worre, if you don't know him, because of network marketing, his company now does over $1 million a day. This gentleman started out in network marketing at age 23, and he was a millionaire by age 29. He did everything wrong the first 5 years, by the way. It's not a glorious story. He literally screwed it up for 5 years straight. So it's important to understand that. But then he started studying, like I'm suggesting you guys do here. He took it serious. That's why it's called Go Pro. He went pro. He stopped screwing around. And he started to have a weekly method of operation. He started training with leaders in the industry, scaled it up and earned millions. And now he runs the Network Marketing Pro website and global academy. And if you log onto that site, let me type it in here. It's in the chat. You click on that, you'll see kinds of links. You can sign up for free services. But he has a book called Go Pro. I probably have it around here somewhere. Now, for me, I studied that book for the first 6 months. I read it. I listened to the audio over 100 times in a row. To me, it's a 4-year degree in network marketing. You can have it drip into your mind over audio instead of listening to music. It's a very good entry-level sort of meat and potatoes education on network marketing if you don't have that education. And then the next thing, guys, the last thing I'll say is to surrender to the process. If you're new to this industry, it's a different type of animal. Don't get consumed about what people do and don't do. People are weird, man, especially our families. You're going to have some weird things happen. You're going to go to your grandmother. She's going to think you've lost your mind, and you're going to have a weird experience. So surrender to the process. And the process is reach out to people every day about the product. Reach out to people every day about your company. Get into promotions, right? Promote stuff. Show up for Tuesday nights. There's just a few things that we do here. It's not 100 things, just a few things. Surrender to that process. Be open-minded. If you follow that for 52 weeks, you will have an up and running, viable business. We're all here to help you. And the last thing I'll say is a bunch of us that have set some bigger goals. If you're looking to get to 6 or 7 figures, this will be for you. You want to come to the GoPro Mastery. It's December 11th through the 13th. I have tickets. I bought 50 tickets at a low rate to keep the rates low for you guys. If anybody wants to join us, I think there's going to be a couple of hundred people from VIV in Vegas, right? VIV in Las Vegas at the GoPro Mastery. This is where you will see 10,000 people from around the world that are in this industry, and lots of people earning, many people, thousands of people that are earning over $1 million a year, some earning over $1 million a month. And this is where you can bump into like a 22-year-old kid from El Salvador making $250,000 a month in network marketing. And then you look in the mirror, and it was funny. Last time we went, I looked at my buddy Armin. He's an electrician. He's been an electrician for 22 years. And there was somebody speaking on stage. He had been in network marketing for 20 years. Now, it took him 16 years to get past 7 figures a year. I want you guys to really put this in perspective. It took him 16 years of ups and downs and working this business, but he got past 7 figures a year residual income, over $1 million a year coming in whether you're working or not. And I looked at my buddy Armin, I'm like, how long have you been an electrician? He's like, 22 years. So let's keep this in perspective. Network marketing is not a lottery ticket. If you came to this and you think it's a lottery ticket, it's not. But you can get wealthy. You can get rich in this industry. If you do certain things in a certain way for a period of time, consistently, you come to the trainings. And if you are somebody that's looking to get to 6 or 7 figures, my personal opinion is the GoPro Mastery is a no-miss event. And I can say that because I haven't missed one in 5 years, right? So that's my Blitz training, guys. Hopefully you guys get some value out of that. Lisa, I know you had some things you wanted to chat about. We can open up for Q&A and all kinds of fun stuff.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. How awesome is it to see this many people on this webinar? This is phenomenal. And, you know, whether you think you need it or you don't, I assure you, you do. And even if by some small chance you don't need to be here for your team. Be here for the group. Be here for the rest of the people, because it's a different energy and a different vibration when there's this many people on a Zoom like this. Okay, so do yourselves and your team a favor and show up for Tuesday nights. Super important. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that this was in our 12-week rotation that Amanda and I put together. Week 6 is a Q&A open discussion. You know, we had some new people, so Brian wanted to do the Fast Start training, which again, thank you for doing that, Brian. But I wanted to make sure that we had a few minutes for Q&A, number 1. And then after that, I'd love for people to share their wins for the week. So let's start with Q&A. Anything that Brian went over that you have questions on, or anything in general as it pertains to VIV, prospecting, social media, anything that you guys have questions that you want to chat about for a few minutes.
I have one. Hi, everybody. I'm Warner from Maryland. My question is hey, guys. My question is, as far as the rapid, what is the app called? The rapid funnel?
It's called Outreach.
Outreach.
Yeah, it's by Rapid Funnels. You're going to see both names. The company's called Rapid Funnel, but they white labeled it, and in VIV it's called Outreach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do we have, I guess, a daily method of operation for running the funnels that we have? Because I've kind of been, you know, doing my own thing, and I want to be more in line with how you would suggest I do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a traditional funnel. It's just a tool to do what we're saying. So if your daily method of operation says, I want to reach out to 30 people a day, I can either text them, I can message them, I can email them, or I can pick up the phone 30 times, or I could use Outreach and peak interest that way. So just think of it as really just a different vertical, but doing the same thing.
Gotcha.
So a daily method of operation, it's simple. It's just, quite honestly, it's how many people do you want to reach out to a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
In network marketing, it's not 12 things, it's one thing.
Yeah.
A weekly method of operation would be okay, I'm going to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, an hour from 5 to 6 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then 2 hours on a Saturday. So put the time you're going to work this business in your calendar. But Outreach is just a tool. It's not a traditional funnel that'll take somebody all the way through something mechanically to a sign up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to interact with it. So if you guys notice in the back office, if you're showing the plan, the first thing it says peak interest. Well, there's a little 2-minute peak interest video. And if you send it through Outreach, Outreach will tell you, it will alert you when your friend viewed the video. So cool. So if I did this to you and I sent you a video, it would give me an alert. Oh, crap, Warner just watched the video. Then I'd pick up the phone and say, hey, Warner, did you get a chance to watch that video I sent the other day?
Yeah.
So it's like magic. It's like playing God, right? So it's really cool. And it also shows you how much of the video they watched.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a longer video and they watch 30 seconds out of a 15-minute video, probably no reason to call them. They're not interested.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just a tool that it's using technology, and it tracks things. It does a lot of cool stuff. And you can go from peaking interest to an escalation. Like if they're interested, well, here's the compensation plan. You can just keep going back and forth. But ideally, you're still going to pull it offline to a phone call or a Zoom or a three-way call.
Warner, you can also set reminders in there. You may have seen that functionality, but you can set reminders for follow-up. You can set up some campaigns.
Yeah, I don't totally understand the campaign portion.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I'm keeping it simple, like Brian says, you know.
Yeah.
Also, you can use it for social media too. So, you know, for me, for social media personally, I like to use the ATM group. There are some people that I've used outreach to, and I've sent the information via Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Their contact info, I'm using outreach.
Okay. By the way, I emailed
That's
you
the
for a slot on your calendar.
Yes, I'll get back to you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Great question, Warner.
Hey, I have a question.
Hey, Meredith, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing amazing.
Good. Okay, so here's what I was wondering. When we reach out to someone, so first of all, I've been loving the outreach app. I've been using it like crazy, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's super user friendly. It's really intuitive. I'm loving it. But you know, I always reach out to a person, give them a small bit of information, essentially like to ask them if they're open to taking a look. I never send an unsolicited link, right? I don't send it without getting their permission first.
I like that.
But what I was wondering is, so would you ever, like, you wouldn't send an unsolicited link, but would you ever send a screenshot, like, you know, at the time that you're asking them if they'd like to see info? So basically you're sneaking in a little bit of info, a little bit of proof, so to speak, just to kind of get their interest.
Yeah, you're talking about a screenshot of savings or something?
Yeah, because what I'm finding is a handful of prospects have basically said, no, I'm not interested, but they say that like before they really, I think they have an assumption as to what it is.
Of course, yeah. People, I'm glad you brought this up. So just realize, guys, even though what we're doing is the equivalent of selling oxygen.
Right.
Like, people have cell phones, they're paying the bills, and we're literally just trying to save them. So we all just need to realize, and don't take offense, people are programmed to be resistant to almost anything because we're getting bombarded 24/7, 365 by offers. So most people think this, well, some people are going to think this is too good to be true. So what I would say about that is if you're doing something on outreach and you have a certain strategy and you send it to 20 people and you're not getting results, you need to change the strategy. Right? There's a lot of different ways. You might actually try just calling 20 people and having a heart-to-heart conversation.
Well, I actually am getting pretty good, like, no, I'm getting great results. Like,
okay,
when I reach out to people, the ones who say that they're open, you know, I send them the link via outreach, and then they go from there and they're off and running, and sometimes they'll click through and take a look at additional stuff and whatever, and I follow up with them, and that's all kind of going very smoothly. I'm just saying the ones who kind of like shut me down before they've seen any information whatsoever, I feel like, oh, this, you know, it's too bad because they're essentially missing out on an opportunity here, but they don't realize it. And I've even told people who I've brought into my team what you said about how, like, watch out because people are programmed to be resistant and they're going to say no and they don't even know why.
So there's two schools of thought here, and I'm going to give you both of them. If you love sales and you're really good at sales and you're impervious, then I can teach you how to get through to somebody like that. But Big Al Schreider, who I love, for network marketing in general, especially if you don't have thick skin, that person's telling you they're closed-minded. You're going to spend a lot of time and energy and maybe a lot of pain and suffering and have an emotional roller coaster trying to convince them, but they're just a closed-minded individual. So professional network marketers would tell you to just move on and go to different people.
Okay.
Because the other side of the equation, you got to have sales skills to neutralize people's conscious mind, right? You got to have some skills to.
Yeah, that's not duplicatable and.
Not duplicatable, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that because there's, you know,
Plenty
no
of
shortage of prospects out there.
Yeah, plenty of people.
With someone like that, Meredith, you just put them on your follow-up list and you do what Ray teaches. It's the update and deflection, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
You know,
Cool.
A few weeks later, a month later, 2 months later, like, hey, Meredith, I know this isn't for you, but check this out. My friend just saved $800 screenshot. if you know anyone who likes to save money, let me know, and put them in a rotation. So just they're on your list. They're just, you're not following up with them as frequently. And when you do, you're doing the update deflection.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great content, Lisa. That's what's good about this team. We've been different one of us. We've trained in different things with the top leaders in the world. So there's a lot of different ways to go through stuff. Guys, noted Kenny Cludier put his phone number in there too. Matt Payne, could you do that as well? Maybe Lisa. I'd like for all these newer people to have some contacts. And again, we're not here to tell you how to run the copy machine, But if you get a deal, you're on a call and somebody's going to become a customer, you have a question you really can't answer, then I want you guys to have some resources to call, and I'll put my number in here too.
Anybody else have any questions before we move on to wins?
Yeah, Lisa, hi, this is Joe. How you doing?
Hey, Joe, how are you, bud?
Good. So I'm also loving the outreach, and I'm loving our ATM method as well, and then of course I do the belly to belly is and it's all good. My question has to do with I want to get back into kind of the three ways, and I know on ATM we've got a system in place for that, but like for the three ways, I have a like one lady I'm going to have coming up as female. I'd like to kind of maybe have you or somebody who's got a similar kind of background do the three-way, and then I have another guy who's been in energy before, and maybe Brian or somebody. How's the best way to schedule these three ways? Because I definitely want to get back, and I've had great success once I use that. I think there's an inherent value in doing a three-way for the validity that you get from it by having that. And so that's where I'm getting at. The outreach is good for getting it up, and I got some peaked interest now. I've shown a few videos, but I want to do the next step. And what's the best way, do you think, to do that?
That's actually a great point, Joe. I didn't mention the three-way call. So you guys, half the reason we come to these meetings is so you can meet the people that have been in the business longer, because we can help you guys educate your people. So if you're piquing interest, somebody says, yeah, that seems like a pretty cool business, you can just pivot and say, well, you know what I'd like to do? Get my business partner, Brian, on the phone. He's up in Massachusetts. He can help explain the compensation a little bit better than I can. So when I was in your shoes, I did 155 of these in the first year. Sounds like a lot, but it's 3 a week. It's 3 a week. And I was using primarily one guy. It was pretty funny. I got kicked out of Starbucks for doing these. But anyway, that was such a good way to go, because you can just say, you can pivot. And the thing that worked really well with me is I said, listen, I'd love to have you chat with my business partner. He knows a lot more about the compensation. Whatever it is that we're showing, people, they're at least curious about how we can make money with this. So that's what I use to lower the walls of them saying yes to getting on the phone. Does that make sense? Absolutely. Here's the other thing, guys. If you're showing this business on a Zoom or person to person, and you plan on using a three-way call, you want to let that person know before the three-way call. In other words, when you're sitting down showing them, say, listen, if this resonates at all, I'd love to get my business partner phone. He can explain about the compensation. That way, when you get to the end, you just make the call. If you get to the end and you say, hey, let's make a phone call, talk to my business partner, it's kind of, I don't know, I just found it to be kind of out of track or something, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, and I want to kind of try to give you guys enough time and give you a little bit of background about who the person is, and then kind of do the edification part.
Yep. So yeah, Joe,
like you said, with my partner's better in energy.
If you had one that was like that same day, what I would do is put a text out to me and Matt and Kenny. If you wanted somebody in our,
okay, just shoot it out, who's available, and then go. Gotcha. And do the three-way call. Or
but if you have somebody specific, like Lisa, if somebody's a stay-at-home mom, or they were in corporate, now they're stay-at-home, and you want Lisa specifically, then you want to make an appointment for 2 or 3 days out.
Yeah. Okay.
And if it's social media, Joe, with the ATM method, the three-way chat, the three-way group chat works beautifully.
Yes.
Method. So just you can, if it's me, if it's social media, just send me a message on Facebook Messenger and let me know you're going to be doing a three-way chat. So I have the heads up and I can make sure I watch for it. And we can go from there, but they work beautifully.
Yeah, and I think that's what's the real beauty of what you're doing with the ATM, Lisa, because it's allowing the stay-at-home moms and people that are to still do the process, but using social media and you know, and crushing it like you are on the social media. And so, I mean, you know, I do kind of a little bit of everything, but I think for certain people, when I'm talking to them, they can relate better with someone who's, you know, going to probably be doing that style of running their business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I have one more question. Is there an ATM group on Facebook for our team? Because I don't know where that is.
It's secret. It's an exclusive VIP group, Warner. Invited to
Okay,
it.
I'm a VIP.
I'll be happy to invite you because that'll actually be the first step in training you in the ATM process. So I will,
Gotcha.
as though you know nothing about it, we'll just pretend we're talking for the first time. I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Warner, that's what I was saying. I want to have her show you exactly like as if you had never even seen the business.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like this is exactly the experience you would get if somebody was ATMing you.
Okay. I'm familiar with the process of just, you know, but I've never had personal coaching in it, so that'll be great.
Sure.
Awesome.
We have a question from Azita. This is not available outside of the U.S. yet. All 50 states only for now. We do plan to go international, but we're not there yet. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up in a couple minutes. Does anybody want to share a win for the week? I know I have one. Anybody else have a win for the week? All right, Warner, what do you got?
Yeah, my mom's bill uploaded her first bill.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Russ. He's Russ is my husband. For those of you that don't know, I'm the social media buff. He is the belly to belly master networker, and he has been hitting it in between the kids and jobs and everything else. He came home the other day and he said, I went to 2 liquor stores. And I said, what? I went to 2 liquor stores to talk to the owners. He's been in restaurants. He's been all over the place, just lining these up, and then we go back together to upload bills. So I think you're on, Russ. If you're not, you'll catch the replay. Good job.
Nice. Pat, did you have something?
Patty, you have a win. I know you have a win.
Yeah, I think she locked up a little bit there. Here we go.
Oh. We can't hear you. Unmute.
Yeah, she's a little frozen.
Debbie, you have a win.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can.
Yes.
Nope, you're choppy, Patty.
Anybody else have a last one before we
Oh.
Hey, Brian, I want to touch on one thing Meredith was talking about, people not being interested. Absolutely don't spend a lot of time on it, but one thing I've done, and you could probably try this if you'd like, is reach back out in a couple of weeks, say, hey, wow, you should check out the mission of this company that I've been looking at, and send them the one at a time video, the purpose behind it, you know, and see why this company was started. And you'd be surprised at how many people watch that. And also for everybody using the Outreach app, send yourself the video every day at 10 o'clock or sometime. And if you don't talk to or send out 10 texts after you watch that video, business is probably isn't for you. You know, just straight up, just trying to be blunt about the mission of this company and what's behind it and why we're doing what we're doing. Yes, you can earn, but there's a higher purpose for not just the company, for all of us is here as well, as Brian, you know, you and Lisa and everybody else has helped us all see within ourselves. You know, we're all here for greater than we're putting out there, and we all need to become more and help other people as much as we can see more in themselves than they do currently. So time to kick it up a notch.
I like the idea of sending the video to yourself, watching it every day. Good deal.
That actually reminds me, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what's the status? Are we still a pending B Corp, or are we officially a B Corp? What's the deal with them?
We are pending because it takes a year. We might have just hit it because it was May. We might have just hit it. I just talked to Cammie the other day too. We either just hit it or we're just about to. It's really close.
Yeah, because that might actually be another really cool way to.
Oh, I've used that one for sure.
Now, if you go to Google and just type "What's a B Corp," you get some really awesome results. Like
Yeah.
people would see that and be like, wow, I want to get involved, you know?
Absolutely. That's another great escalator. You know, if somebody's like, well, I don't know, well, just check this out. Have you ever worked for a B Corp, or what is that?
Yeah.
That's actually a great point. That's so things outside of the normal. I like that. Awesome, everybody. Well, thanks for your time tonight. Hopefully you get some value out of that. Again, like Lisa said, it's a good community. You know, if you're in this business to win, I would make it a point to just be here. And as you start building a team, they're not going to come if you don't. So put it on your calendar, block it out, and look forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, hopefully you get some value. Be well. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.